Uh, Good morning. Well, kind of morning for my time. It's 4:30. I don't know if anybody's awake or hanging out right now. Uh, Watching the chat. Just having one of those who couldn't sleep. I don't know if it's my mind's racing or whatever. I made myself a cup of coffee. Hello, Senate. Can you hear me okay? Like I said, just my mind's racing. So I figured I'd do something that I've been tossing around the idea of for a while there. Wonderful. Happy to hear that. As some people know, I'm an avid reader, and I've got a lot of classic stuff. So I grabbed one of my copies of selected poems from Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. I'm just going to be reading a few things as I have, my morning coffee and just enjoy the quiet. Little ASMR for all of y'all. Hello, Ancient One. How you doing this morning? Night. I'm not sure what time it is for you. I know it's about 1 a.m. where Senate is. This just type this up. So, oh, I'm glad to hear that. Glad to hear you doing. Like I said, I know Senate heard me say this, but yeah, I've been tossing around doing some reading like this for a while. And I'll own the fact, part of this is also inspired by Dorn, because I have to admit, I love his piano strings. It's a different side of him, and you guys will get to see a different side of me when it comes to this. So our first poem by Henry Wadsworth Longfellow, all of them would be Henry Wadsworth Longfellow this morning. But this one is Burial of the Menacing. On sunny slope in Beecham's Well, the shadowed light fell, and where the maple leaf was blown, with soft and silent marks came down. The glory that the wood receives at sunset in its golden leaves. Far upward in the mellow light rose the blue hills when cloud light around the far of the cone and the warm blush of evening shone. An image of the silver lakes by which the Indians stole lakes. But soon the funeral hymn was heard with soft breath of evening stirred. The tall gray forest and the band of stern and heart and strong hand came winding down beside the lake to lay the red chief in his grave. They sang that by his nature boughs he stood in the last moon clouds. 30 snows had not shed their glory on the warrior's head. But as the summer flew decays, so we died of naked days. The dark of the roebuck skin covered the warrior hand within. Its heavy folds and the weapons made for the hard toils of war were laid. The cuirass woven of plaited reeds and broad belt of shells and beads. Before a dark-haired Persian chanted the death of the slain. Behind long procession came of gory men, chiefs, with heavy hearts and eyes of grief, leading the horse of their chief. Stripped of his proud and martial dress, from curb unringed and riderless, darting eye and nostril spread, and heavy and impatient tread, came on that eye so proud, asked for his rider from the crowd. He buried the dark chief behind, beside the grave, his box, and swift an arrow paved its way to his stern heart, and pierced the name. Arose, and on the dead man's plain, the rider gasped his. Okay, going back, reading much catching up. Yes, yes. Ancient One has been a mod for a bit. Honestly, Soul Mine. I honestly, I suck at dropping links and that. I'm somewhat cutting out. Okay, if it keeps up, I'll see if I can grab my other headset. But awesome. So yeah, that was the first one. Not sure how to do the banner thing that the guys do. Just gonna have a sip of coffee. Let's hope it does help too. Okay, give me a second. I will go grab my other headset. I've got two that are identical. I can never keep track of which one's which. Just 2 seconds. Okay, hopefully that's a little better. Is that sounding better to you guys? Just wait till the chat catch up. Sounds better already. Awesome. Next poem. Let's do this. Okay. This one is a psalm of life. Tell me not in mournful numbers, life is but an empty dream. For the soul it's dead that slumbers, and things are not what they seem. Life is real, life is earnest, and the grave is not its goal. Dust thou art, to dust returnest, was not spoken of the soul. Not enjoyment and not sorrow, it is our destined end of way. But to act that each tomorrow finds us farther than today. Art is long and time is fleeting, and our hearts, though stout and brave, still like muffled drums are beating, funeral marches to the grave. In the world's broad field of battle, in the biovac of life, be not life dumb driven cattle, be a hero in the strife. Trust no future, however pleasant, let the dead past bury its dead. Act, act in the living present, heart within and God o'erhead. Listen of great men, all remind us, we can make our lives sublime, and departing leaves behind us footprints on the sand of time. Footprints that perhaps another, sailing o'er life's sullen main, a forlorn and shipwrecked brother, seeing that shall take heart again. Let us then be up and doing, with a heart for any fate, still achieving, still pursuing. Learn to labor and to wait. How was that? I see we have 4 people in the chat. Thank you. Yeah, I've had a couple of people, say I should be doing this kind of thing. And honestly, I know I've heard it a number of times that people think my voice is soothing, and I don't get it. You were thinking about life before you came here. What about? When I was a teenager, I was very, very different for a teenager as I am now. Mm, Never quite been, you know, what they consider normal. More aspect of death and how it's coming. Mm. Yeah. Honestly, yeah, people say your voice is soothing. It's like listening to an ASMR. Actually, it was Samurai that uh, Black Samurai. He's the one that originally suggested that I do this kind of stuff. Mm. And I get it. I had a job where I was working late nights talking to people. Don't need to go into what kind of job that was, but thank you, Senate. I see we got 5 people. I'm guessing a couple are lurkers. You're welcome to say hi. Oh yeah, hit the like, share it if you want. Not super stressed about this one. Moving on to our next poem, Hymn to the Night. I heard the trailing garments of the night sweep through her marbled halls. I saw her sabled skirts all fringed with light from the celestial walls. I felt her presence by its spell of might stoop o'er me from above, the calm, majestic presence of the night, as the one I love. I heard the sound of sorrows and delight, the manifold soft chimes that fill the haunted chamber of the night, like some old poet's rhymes. From the cool cisterns of midnight air, my spirit drank repose. The fountains of perpetual peace flows there, from those deep cistern flows. O holy night, from thee I learn to bear what man has borne before. Thou layest thy finger on the lips of care, and they complain no more. Peace, peace, for us like a breath this prayer. Breathe this prayer. Descend with broad-winged flight, the welcome doth thrice fade for the most fair, best beloved night. Take a little break before I get to the next one. Honestly, I don't mind the lurkers. You know, I've done that in a few chats because sometimes you just like listening in. Still waiting for that at. How you doing, darling? I'll be honest, I don't know how to say that. I'll just call you. I assume the AOS is short for Australia. I'm glad they're helping calm you down. Honestly, they are with me as well, which is kind of funny because this book actually, um, I got it from my dad after he passed away. So I guess it's he's the one I got the love of reading from. Epi, that's an Epi pen. That works. Oh, thank you for joining us, Epi. Yeah, not deep thinking. I used to love. My dad had this radio show that was a lot similar to this that he would listen to every Sunday morning. And I guess, you know, I'll finish that thought. He had this every morning, every Sunday morning, he would listen to, it was, oh, I've got it right here, stories from Stuart McLean. Tales from the Vinyl Cafe? Stories from the Vinyl Cafe. And honestly, one of these weeks I might read a couple of those. I've got a book or two of his, and I guess I don't know if I'm just missing or something today, or I don't know. I'm glad you guys are enjoying this. And I get about you're replacing my usual ASMR video with this. I get that, and I appreciate that you're enjoying it. Now I've even got a horror one that I like to listen to. Nightmare Tales, if I remember correctly. Hello, Keck. And it's the same thing. He's got that nice British, deep, very soothing. The same thing that I keep hearing from you guys. There's something about it that makes even these scary stories just. So, for those just popping in, poetry reading ASMR was actually how I found out about ASMR years ago. Honestly, yes, we're doing poetry today. Poems by Henry Wadsworth Longfellow this morning. I got myself a coffee. And this one because my next one on the list is Wreck of Sip of coffee before we get that. Yeah, you know, I like the quiet compared to the normal chaos that honestly I like the chaos that comes from by spin. That's like sorry. Just like Drunk's poetry streams. It's nice to have that calm. Just wreck of it. It was the schooner that sailed from the sea, and the skipper takes off there who were her eyes and very cheeks like the dawn of day, bosom white as opals at open. The skipper stood beside the helm, his pipe was in his mouth. He watched how the bearing clawed below, the smoke now west, now south. Then up in Spank, a old sailor had sailed to the Spanish main. I pray thee, into yonder port, for I fear a hurricane. Last night the moon had a gleam, and tonight only we see. The skipper he blew a whiff of his pipe, and a scornful laugh laughed he. Colder and louder blew a gale from the northeast. The snow fell hissing and the billows frothed the east. Dawn came, the storm, and smote again. What a name! The vessel in its spring. She shuddered and paused like frightened feet, then leapt for cables. Come hither, O daughter, do not tremble so, for I weather the roughest gale that ever the wind blew. Wrapped her warm in seaman's coat against the stinging blast, cut a rope, spar, and bound her. Father, I hear the church bells ring. Say of what is a fog bell on the rock-bound coast. Steer. Father, the sound of guns. Oh, say what it may be. Some ship in distress that cannot live such an angry sea. Father, I see a gleaming light. Oh, say what it may be. Father's answer were a ghost of corpses. Rushed to the helm of stiff and stark, his face the skies. Lantern gleam on his fixed, glassy eyes. And the maiden clasped her hands and prayed that saved she would be. And she thought of Christ still clear on the lake above, and passed through the night dark whistling steams, like the sheeted goats the vessel swept toward the reef of the flood. And ever the fitful gusts between, a sound came from the land. There was a sound of tricks on the rocks, or ceased. Breakers were right about, and the billows swept like bicycles from the deck. She struck where white skies with soft scarlet blue rocks side, like the horns of an bull. Shouted, rattled, rattling shrouds, all sheet mountains, masts by the vessel flashed stars. Oh, oh, breakers roared. At daybreak, bleak sea, a fisherman stood fast. Boom, they fair, passion, the salt sea was frozen, some bruised. He saw her hair, brown billows all such was the wreck of his and love that was oh, it's cutting out again. Good night, saw me. I get that. I saw me myself. Honestly, this is my only other headset. The way I'm streaming on a phone, so that's probably part of it. I hear it from the guys all the time. That the cutting in and out comes with this live streams because I don't have a proper computer. Most of my other stuff I put on, connections because I want to be able to, better show, less cutting out, that kind of stuff. That is the life. It's a bit heavy. Mind that it is more of a style. Right now, I don't want to bring up a book. Largely because I think the only other thing I can find is Poe. And that's I'm not sure how people just figure out. It's it. Okay. Moving on to the next one. Village blacksmith. On the rest spread chestnut tree, the village stands. The smith, a mighty man is he, with large and sinewy hands, and the muscles of his broken arms are strong. His hair is crisp and black. His face is like his brow is wet on sweat. He earns whatever and looks the whole world. We owe not anything. We in, it out. You can hear his bellows blow. You can hear him swing his heavy sledge. The measure beats slow, like a Sexton ringing bell when the evening sun flows. And children in, they love to hear the bellows. The burning sparks that fly, chat goes on Sunday to church and sits among his books, and hears the parson pray and preach. He hears his voice sing, and it makes his heart rejoice. It sounds to him his voice singing in paradise. He must think of once more how when the grave shakes, and with his heart a tear toiling, rejoicing, on the wind goes. Each morning sees, each evening sees, something's temple has earned its repose. Thanks, thanks to thee, for the lesson was at the flame. Our fortune thus on its sound finished, each burning deed and thought. Now for the best thing. Another poem, or should I see if I can find both? Two of you that are here. Awesome. Yeah, a little depressing. Seriously consider like a regular reading of Harry Potter. We got oh, 15 books. Sorry, I pulled out the vinyl cafe. Some of these are quite well. So bad. I like these books. Night, Doug. Thank you for that. Okay. It's very tense. It's just showed me at this point. Next time I'll like, next time I'll see if I can find final cafes. You ever had that friend that means well, but for some reason he always gets into the wackiest situations? My sister and husband, one of those friends. He decided he wanted to build a boat. So he does so in the attic of his parents' house. The thing is, didn't think about how he was going to get it out once he had built it. So yeah, they had to take the roof off it correctly. Get this out. And this hole. Probably one of those days. You know? Not sure who else. I'm like, our book. And I can't seem to focus on any one given path at a time some days. Ah, nicely. Collected poems by Byron Shelley. See. Lord Byron. Here's an extra. Sonnet the same. Thy cheek is pale with thought, but not, and yet so lovely that if it could blush, it rose of whiteness by the blush. My heart would wish away that rudder glow, and dazzle not the deep eye. But while gazing on the sea, will gush, and into my father's my sweetness rush, soft as the last drops brown at its air above. For through thy long, dark heart flashes, of the soul of no thought gentleness, gleams like a seraph in the sky descending, above all pain, yet all distress. At once such majesty, sweetness blended, the worship one that cannot be less. Okay, from Percy Bysshe Shelley to Wordsworth, poet of nature, thou hast wept to me, that things depart which never return. Childhood and youth, friendship, love's first love, that fled like sweet dreams. Yet these common woes I feel when lost is mine, which thou too skill'st, yet I adore. Thou wert as a lone star whose light shone on some frail bark in winter night, thou hast like to walk uplifted above the blind, laughing in armored poverty, thy voice did weep, once calm through truth. Deserting these, thou gavest grief, thus having been, that should cease to be. Honestly, I'm not sure. Voice. So, at this point, unless I be, yeah, I think this is appropriately so. And found one from John Keats, our last one, our last. Bright star, would I from steadfast not in Lorn's splendor hung aloft the night, in watching its nature's patience speaks its error, the moving waters at the pure evolution rounds earth's shore, or grazing on soft flowers of snow upon the mountains, now steadfast, still, pillowed upon my fair love ring, feel forever fall, awake forever, miscreant, still, so that ever works. I know I'm breaking up a bit. I don't know if it's my connection, the phone. But thank you for joining us. Honestly, you should have just time. I was going to wrap it up anyway. Because I'm not sure if it's my mic, on my phone, or whatever. I'm also not succeeding finding anything that's very peppy. Maybe next time I'll just, you know, pick an actual book, read a chapter. But again, thank you guys for joining. I'm sorry if the kept breaking up. Like I said, I'm not sure if it's the stream. Hopefully next time be feeling better. Okay. Good morning, Mark. And for those that are close to my fight zone, those who are either just waking up or going to bed, guys have a great day. Either way. And thank you, Ancient One, for being awesome. Okay, good night, guys.